thanks for joining us. This is Kids and Family Yoga. Join us down on the floor with your shoes off in fire log. So we're going to stack one leg on top of the other, or try to. Sitting up tall. If you have a mat, you're on it, or carpet's fine. You ready? This is Oliver and I'm Jody. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you've practiced with us already. This is a half an hour of fairly simple yoga poses. We'll lead you through several different things and have a quiz at the end. All right, whatever side you chose for your fire log, whatever leg's on top, I want you to try to switch it. The other foot on top of the knee. Probably a little more uncomfortable. You probably chose the side you're used to first. But it's good to do both sides. I encourage you to do all poses, like both sides, so that your body gets more even and balanced. All right, good. I want you to just sit in easy pose, which means you cross on whatever's comfortable here. Sitting up tall, I want you to raise your right arm like you have the answer to a question in class, but really tall. And then I want you to go ahead and lean over. That's a side bend. Come up and let it float down, and then left arm up to the ceiling really high. Your whole upper body's tall and lengthened, and then lean over. Good. Go ahead and let that arm float down. Interlace your fingers. Push your palms forward, straighten the arms, and then lift them up to the ceiling. This is palm tree. We could do it seated or standing. Go ahead and let the arms come down. And let's move on to cat and cow. So we're going to move on to hands and knees. So this is moving our spine each direction. In cat stretch, we round our spine up to the ceiling. That's our backbone, right? And then we dip the middle of our back down in cow, lifting the head and tailbone. So go ahead and exhale your air out in cat stretch. And then inhale to cow. So exhale, cat stretch, we let all the air out. Inhale again, cow. One more time for each. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. All right, let's go ahead and sit our bottoms back to our heels, reaching the arms forward. And we're going to come forward to plank and even now drop your bottom down in line with your body. Sinking down with the arms and then push back into child's pose. So this is a series of movements that we do the same way. Let's repeat it. Come forward to plank on your knees, lower down, and then push yourself back to child's pose. It's helping to warm us up. Forward, down, push back. One more time. Forward, down, and push back. All right, I want you to come up into hero. So you're sitting on your heels, and you have your hands clasped behind your back. Good. And a proud chest, right? Pull your shoulders back, puff your chest out. And then I want you to put your forehead on the mat and lift your hands to the ceiling. Still holding onto your hands. And then put your hands back to your lower back and come back in a hero. Puff your chest forward. Do it again, forward. Head on the mat or floor. Hands lifted. Lower the hands. Come back up to hero. Good. Let's move on to our sun salutations, but let's start with the down dog actually. Before we get there, down dog, pedal your heels a little bit before we go to start this. This will help warm up our legs. As you lift one heel and then the other, you keep your toes on the floor. Just lift the heel and then press it down. Press it down. That's the part where you feel your calf muscle get a stretch and your hamstring. When you push your heel down one at a time, trying to touch the mat or floor. Can you touch the heel down? Push it down? No. Okay, step or hop forward. Come on up. Ready for sun salutations to continue our warm-up. Ready? You know what to do. Come with us. Inhale up and exhale to forward fold. Half lift. Nice flat back. Flat back, Oliver. Monkey. There it is. Good. Back to forward fold. Step or hop back into plank. Nice, strong, straight body. Lower your arms down, crocodile. And then up dog. Straighten the arms. Lift your head, gazing forward. And then curl your toes under. Down dog. Step or hop through. Reverse swan dive up. And end in chair. Good. Can you sit lower in chair and stick your bottom back? There you go. Let's do it again. Up and then forward fold. Monkey. Flatten that back out. Good. Fold. Plank. Crocodile. Up dog. Down dog. Step or hop through. Reverse swan dive up. And end in chair. All right, Oliver, your turn. Lead us through this. Be really loud.
I don't know.
Say. Where are we at? We're up. Now we're going?
Down.
Good. What's next?
Monkey.
Monkey.
Down.
Good.
Step or hop backwards.
We're in plank right now. Where are we going?
Down.
We're going down crocodile style.
Up. Cobra.
Cobra or up dog?
Down dog. Step or hop up.
Reverse.
Swan
And end in.
chair.
Great. I'm not going to say it. I want you to just try to do it at home, and you can call out the poses if you like, or just do it quietly. Here we go. There's no rush. I don't want you to speed through it. Do it at a nice, smooth, and even pace, pausing with each position. And hopefully you're in chair or close to getting there. Good. We're going to continue flowing through chair. When you're ready and you have done your sun salutations, we're just going down and lifting up tall. One more. Good. All right. We're going to go on to some standing poses. So facing side, widen the legs. We're going to do triangle. Okay, so this is a pose we're going to do on each side. Let's start with turning this will be your left foot if you're mirroring us. We're your mirror. Left foot's turned out, otherwise you're facing the side of your mat if you have one. Reaching the arms out. Notice how our legs are fairly wide. And then we're gonna reach over to the side. Reach, 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 and tilt your body. And then rotate your arms. Very good, we're in triangle. One arm's reached to the ceiling, and the other arm is down, maybe on your shin or somewhere by your knee. Good. Notice how my arms are stacked, like they're vertical, like one arm is straight up and the other arm is straight down. Try to do that with your body. And then come back up. And I'm going to want you to, sorry, our dog's barking. I want you to bend your left knee. Bend your left knee. And we're going into side angle. So it's very similar to triangle, but now I'm leaned over on this bent knee. And you get to hear our dog woofing. Sorry.
Sad.
It comes with the class. So this is side angle. I want you to go back into triangle. All you have to do is straighten the leg and lengthen the arm. Yes, this gets tiring, as Oliver is showing us that he's He's getting fatigued. But that's part of the challenge of yoga. It looks easy, but it's not. All right. So this we have to do on the other side. So all we have to do is turn this foot. Don't turn your body. Keep it square. Arms out. Triangle first. Reach, 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 reach. Tilting the body. And then rotate the arms so they're vertical, stacked from the ceiling straight down. Oliver, check your arms. Are you reaching straight up? There you go. That looks so much better. You think about it for a moment and really reach. So we're going to go into side angle. Bend this knee, your right knee. And we lean over. We're resting the elbow on that thigh. We go back in a triangle to show how similar the poses are. Straighten the leg, straighten the arm. Awesome, I like it. So side angle and triangle, similar poses. Keep those legs fairly wide. We're going to hold our elbows, hang forward and forward fold and sway. Gentle. Come on up. All right, we're going to come back down. Same position as we do cat and cow. Our hands and knees. This we're going to do tiger. I haven't done this very many times, so if you don't know, that's okay. Follow along with us. Take your right leg. It's bent. And you're going to tuck your knee into your nose. And then lift your head like you do in cow and lift that foot up towards the ceiling. You keep your knee bent the whole time.
I can't.
So you tuck it in and then you lift it out. And you keep your leg in that bent position the whole time. Tuck it in, lift it out. So this is similar to cat and cow. This is like cat when we tuck our knee in. And it's like cow when we lift our leg out. In and out. This is tiger. And out. One more. So we want to do this other leg in the same way. So switch your leg. Keep a bent knee, flat foot, and then tuck your knee into your nose and lift it out nice and smooth. In and out. Keep going. Last time. Good. Set that knee down. Go back to child's pose for a moment. A little rest. All right. Let's take a seat. And actually, let's go in staff. So we lengthen our legs forward, sitting up tall. Staff. I want you to take your right knee and hug it in. Your foot's flat to the floor. Good, we're mirroring you. Yes, I know this is my left leg, but it should be your right. Okay, we're gonna do a spinal twist. So if you take your left hand and kind of put your elbow in the inside of that knee, and your other hand's on the floor behind you to support you. You're up really tall. We're not leaned back, we're up tall. And then we're gonna kind of look over that back shoulder so that we're twisting and we're trying to turn our shoulders as much as we can, kind of pushing off that knee to turn a little bit more. Can you grow a little taller and lengthen your spine a little more upright? Good. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So kind of hug this knee in close to you. Then take your your right arm and place it on inside that knee. Kind of push off gently as you twist and look over your back shoulder. Stay up tall. We're not leaned back. This hand that's on the floor behind you, keep it really close to your body so you stay upright. Stay really tall. Why is your hand on your face? You should be looking at behind you. Tuck these arms underneath. Kind of lean forward a little bit, then lift your head. Are your feet flat on the floor? You might need to separate them, widen them a little bit more to make that happen. And then we go into boat from here. So we unwrap the arms, we put our feet close together, and we lean back. Are you leaned back? This should be difficult to hold this pose. Stay right there. I'm just showing you from the side how I'm leaned back. Because if I'm sitting like this, that's easy. I want you to lean back so you almost feel like you're going to fall back, but your strong abdominal muscles are keeping you in place. Good. Let's move into a balance pose. Come on up with us. All right. You have an idea, Oliver? What's your favorite balance pose? Tree. It's a great one. All right, so we want one of our legs to be our strong tree trunk that we balance on. So let's pick your right leg first. Okay, this is your right leg. This is your tree trunk, and it extends all the way up nice and strong. This leg is going to rest on the inside of that with your knee out. And your branches are going to grow out wherever you want them to. Grow your branches, Oliver. There you go. They can go all the way up to the sky, or they can kind of be out wherever you want them. I want you to breathe through your nose and just think about nice, easy breathing through your nose and try to stay still in your tree pose. Breathe through your nose. It becomes difficult to try to hold it that long. All right, so now our tree trunk is going to be, so it'll be your left leg. Nice and sturdy and strong. Set that right foot on the leg, knee out to the side. You grow your branches out. Come on, Oliver, show us your branches. Good. I always remind you with balance poses, don't get discouraged. They're difficult, but if you want to be better, it just takes practice. Try doing this every day for a couple weeks. You will be amazed at how good you get at doing this and how you figure out your balance. Breathe through your nose. Good. Face aside with us, we're going to go into our seated pigeon. So big reach up first, get a good stretch, and then go to forward fold. And let's go back to down dog, and this is going to help us get into our position that we want. I want you to go three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up in the air. This is the leg that's going to go forward. So bend that knee and bring the leg forward into pigeon. Sit up tall. You're facing the narrow end of your mat if you have one. And then I want you to go ahead and relax in your pigeon pose, leaning over, maybe putting your head on the floor. We're going to stay here in this position. Some people can bend the back leg and hold on to it. Try it, but don't force it. Go really slow, and if it hurts, then just don't do it. It's kind of a little bit awkward, but you might be able to do that. Is your body facing this way? No, your hips are open this way. They should be totally facing this way. You know, if you start turning to the side, it becomes really easy. You're like, oh, I don't even get it. But if you're actually facing sideways like we are, and then holding your leg, it's tough. For some of us, like Oliver, is really flexible and he can do it easily. All right, let's try pigeon on the other side. So place your hands down and let's go to down dog. This time, lift the left leg in the air, three-legged dog. This is the knee that comes forward into pigeon. Nice and easy, settle into the pose. Stay up tall to start with. Really good. relax in your pigeon pose. Leaning forward. I like to stack my hands on top of each other and then put my forehead on them. All right, bring your upper body up again, and here's where you can try. If you'd like to try to bend that back knee and hold on to it, again, don't hurt yourself, don't jerk, just try it easy, gentle, and let go if it hurts. Try to stay up tall if you can on this, not leaning forward. Looks pretty awkward, doesn't it? Look at my leg. Look at this, how it's vertical.
My leg doesn't do that.
My leg doesn't do that, he says. And that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's body's different, and we may not be able to get into this pose. That's okay. I like to try new things. All right, go back to child's pose to give your body a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a break from being all twisted. All right, I want to do one more before we go into our quiz time, which is just kind of a review to see what we've learned and know. But right now we're going to do snake. Do you remember this one? We're laying flat on our bellies. I want you to hold your hands together behind your back. All you do, keep your legs lengthened, your toes pointed, keep them down though. We're just going to lift the upper body and kind of reach our hands towards our feet as we look forward with our chest off of the floor. The higher you lift your chest, the more your back muscles are working. That's snake. Very good. Place your hands flat. Once more, child's pose. Oh, nice and easy. All right, quiz time. So Oliver is going to lead this part of class. He has a bunch of cards that have yoga poses on them, or he's going to get them. And then I'm not going to do the poses we did today. We're going to review some others that we've done. Some of the newer ones are in here. We did that today. We did that today. Let's see if we can remember these that we've done in other classes. All right, a bunch of them here. He's going to pick one. And he's going to demonstrate this pose. And while he does, I want you to try to put your body in the same position as him. Okay. Okay. Pick one. And I want you guys to follow Oliver and get in his pose. And then I want to see if you know the name of it. That's the game here. See if you can name the pose. Okay, at home I want you to get into the same position on your back, with your feet flat, and then your bottom lifted off of the floor. And while you're in this position, I want to see if you can remember the name of it. Say it out loud at home if you know it, or continue thinking. All right, Oliver, what is it?
It's bridge.
Bridge. Very good. Come back up to easy pose while Oliver gets another. And we'll continue the same way. You do the pose. See if you can come up with the name of it. All right, so you're getting on your belly. You're holding your feet and getting into this pose just like Oliver. This is a tough one to hold, but if you can, the idea is to lift your chest off of the floor and knees off the floor when you're in this position. So there it is. If you're in this pose at home, what's the name? Hopefully you're saying?
Bow.
Bow. That one's bow. Let's continue. What's next? All right, he's going to get into the next one. You try to get in the same. Oh, you're standing up. One leg is forward, the other leg's back. Oh, we did not do this today, but we've done it in the past. This standing pose is a strong warrior pose. But which one? We've learned warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, reverse warrior. I think we know all of those. Which one is this? All right, I want you to switch your legs around and do it on the other side. While you're still hopefully deciding on this name or have said this name at home. All right, Oliver, what is it?
Warrior 1.
Warrior 1. Let's do a few more. All right. Face down. That's a hint for you. On your hands and your toes and looking back towards your feet or ankles. What is this pose called? Everyone should know this. Oliver, what is it?
Down dog.
Down dog. All right, Oliver, go into this pose next, and let's see if they know it. You guys get into this pose with Oliver. You're on your knees, leaning back. Put your fists in your lower back. There you go. So there's two ways to do this. He has his fists in his lower back, or you could lean back a little further and put your hands on your heels. So you don't have to, but if you can lean back a little further. What is it called? At home, have you said it? Do you know it? What is it, Oliver?
It's camel.
Camel. All right, then Oliver is going to move into this one. Love this one. And we have a couple more to go. Uh-oh. Okay, he's facing that way. I'm going to face this way and show you the same position that he's in. Oliver doesn't know this one very well, but we've practiced it in a couple classes, and maybe you know it. It's kind of has a strange name. Can you think of it? Oliver, what is it?
It's garland.
Garland. Okay. Come on out of that. And the next pose is kind of similar, but this one takes a little more strength and balance.
It just.
And Oliver was thinking of this pose already, so we go right into it, where we're kind of crouching forward, and we lean forward just enough to balance with our feet off the floor, maybe. That one's fun to practice. Do you know the name of it? Oliver?
Crow.
It's crow. One more, which is a lot of people consider one of the hardest yoga poses. Okay, face this way, Oliver. We'll show you first, and then you get into the pose, okay? See if you can get your body into this position, and while you're trying that, see if you know the name. We've only done it a couple times recently.
Do that.
Not as easy as maybe I'm making it look.
It's because I'm not looking at you.
Okay, while you're thinking of the name, I want you to do the other side. Try again. Okay, one leg goes up, and then the same arm is going to reach for the ceiling.
This leg sort of does it.
One side might work better than the other.
Not really.
All right, do we know the name of this? It's called Balancing Half Moon. Awesome. Wonderful. I think we're almost out of time. I want you to pick your favorite yoga pose to end in, whether that's seated or standing. I'm going to go back into garland because I just love it. Oliver's going to practice crow some more. What are you doing at home?
Oh gosh, no one's following.
Sometimes those that require the most balance and strength are the most fun to try to learn.
I can do it.
So keep practicing those poses at home and you'll get
I
better.
can do it.
Thanks for joining us. Great job.